What up, it's your boy Sly Cannon, AfroNerdTV, and I have just come off the high of Devil May Cry 5. So I'm going to be doing like a couple segments for this. Today I'm going to be doing the review for Devil May Cry 5, and then the rest of the segments are going to be my playthrough of Devil May Cry on Son of Sparda mode. And I gotta tell you, man, this game is special, man. This game is real special. From beginning to end. I can't say that I had any quarrels with it at all, for the most part. Capcom is killing it, man. They back. Cap God is back. It's safe to say. Okay, they're about 80% back. The 20% that's missing is the fighting game division, and I feel like some specials on the horizon for that, man. Especially seeing how EVO is coming up and E3. So hopefully we can get 100% Cap God back in the near future. But as of right now, Monster Hunter, Resident Evil 2, and Devil May Cry 5, oh yeah, buddy, they are killing it. And Devil May Cry 5 is probably one of the greatest creations ever, not gonna lie. And I love Resident Evil 2. I love it. Resident Evil 2 is like one of my top, if it's not, I believe it's like my second favorite game of all time in the series in general. But Devil May Cry 5 was a great game, man. The setup from Devil May Cry 4 to 5 was great. The fact that they brought back everyone that we wanted from Devil May Cry 4. Don't get me wrong, DMC was a very good game. Mechanical wise, look wise, I just wasn't a fan of Dino. I wasn't a fan of Dante. It wasn't a bad game. I wasn't a fan of that Dante because he was not the Dante I grew up on. He is not the Devil May Cry guy that was spawned from Resident Evil 2 when they were trying to make Resident Evil 4. But let's get into the review. So overall, I am going to give this game a 10 out of 10. At first I was like, it's like a 9.8 because of some stupid reasons. I was like, oh, maybe it could be a little more user friendly for the most part, but there's like auto aim and auto combos and everything like that. I just wasn't using them, and I had to get used to playing Devil May Cry again. So I took that away and revisited the game, like overall, like thinking about it and writing down points, and it's a 10 out of 10. The story from beginning to end, how they did the story wasn't linear. It was that they were doing this situation where it was jumping forward in time and back in time to give you backstory as to why this situation happened at this point. And normally I don't really like stories like that in video games, but they did a good job of it. It was like done perfectly. It was done tastefully. It was done in a cinematography way that made the story super dope, even though they were jumping back and forth between the timelines of that. So I thought that was pretty dope. Seeing how Nero reacts with V, the new character, was great, because V is this mysterious character that has these three animals or monsters, whatever you want to call them, demons, haha, whatever, that are his tattoos come on his body, and how they gave those three creatures personality and how they interacted with everyone else in the game. The character interactions in that game is a gem. Every from beginning to end, all of it, for the most part. The combat is phenomenal, especially if you are a fighting game fan. I felt like I was playing Marvel vs. Capcom. Like, the combos you can do was sick, man. Like, combinations and air hikes and stingers and revving your sword up mid-air and then coming back down, and the introduction of the devil breakers were amazing. That was a super dope installment, like, into the game for Nero, because it added a combat system to Nero that made him like 10 times better than what he was in Devil May Cry 4. Because to be honest, he was dope, but Dante definitely was the better person to play in Devil May Cry 4 for me, just because it's Dante and he has an array of weapons that are super dope for the most part. Then you get to V, which was crazy because it was such a departure from what you normally have with Devil May Cry and the characters you play with, because you have V, who doesn't actually go in and fight any of the demons that you are killing, his three animals actually go in and fight the demons. They can't kill them, so you whittle their health down, let them pull it all the way down, and they turn gray, and then you go in for the kill. But you do some stylish stuff, and I was kind of afraid of that because I was like, I wonder how this is gonna play, because of, like, you know, it's so combo heavy and flashy and getting the ratings and everything. The moves they gave the Griffin, the Panther, and the Nightmare itself didn't take away from that at all. It was actually pretty dope, and I ended up enjoying V way more than I thought I was going to enjoy him. And then Dante, you get to Dante, he's just ridiculous. They gave him every single weapon you could ever think of, every move, everything, and then they gave him more. And even though they gave him all of that, it's still, the game didn't seem like it lost anything. It's just like, oh crap, Dante can do so much more. Let's see what I can chain with this, combo with that. And it just felt super great. And then the graphics itself, the graphics were amazing, because RE2 is on the RE engine with Capcom, but I felt like that when they made RE2, they were still coming off of RE7, and RE7 was built with the RE engine, but it was designed for VR, so it was designed a little bit different. And you could tell RE2 remake was their first time using the RE engine in that format, so it looked really good. Nothing about that game looks bad, but Devil May Cry 5 looks way better, because you can tell, like, when they made Devil May Cry 5, the development for that's when they have completely figured out the RE engine, and it shows. It looks super dope. Devil May Cry 5 perhaps may have the best hair graphics I've ever seen in my life, for the most part. That's how detailed that game is. Now, I played it on PC at 4K, and it looked phenomenal, but I did play the demo on PS4 Pro, and it looks good on there as well. I can't really complain about that either. And I did do some comparisons watching Digital Foundry's video to see how that looked. But overall, the graphics were amazing. The pacing of the game was super dope. I never felt like it was too slow or too fast. It was literally the perfect pace of story for the game, and it kept you immersed the whole time. And the music helped with that a lot. Thought I was gonna get tired of hearing Devil Trigger over and over again, but they did a good job of, they played Devil Trigger whenever you fought with Nero, because whenever you fight with Nero, he has Devil Trigger, and then Dante has his own theme, and V has his own theme. But there was different renditions of Devil Trigger throughout the game that kept it fresh, so you didn't get used to the song or anything, or get mad about the song or bored or anything. So that was great. That was a good call on their part to remix all of those Devil Trigger songs so that you didn't get tired of hearing it. And depending on the situation, they remix the song. Like, there's the beginning of the game where Devil Trigger is more of like a instrumental, tense tone to the song, because you're first getting introduced to Nero using his Devil Breaker for the first time after him losing his arm, and then later on in the game, as you go through, they play the regular Devil Trigger song when you're fighting, and then at the end it's like this epic ass different techno version of Devil Trigger, and it was really hype, man, especially because it was at the end of the game. It was hype. But I want to tell you what happened at the game. I don't want to give you too many spoilers, but it was definitely great. So like I said, I am giving Devil May Cry 5 a 10 out of a 10, and that's because of the how the story was, the pacing, the music, the characters, the graphics, and the replayability. I wanted to play this game through all of the modes, and I wanted to play it again right away, but I had other stuff I needed to do, other games. Sekiro comes out soon, so I have to get to that, but I will be playing all of these games and playing Devil May Cry over and over again until I get done with the Heaven and Hell mode. I think that's the highest one you can go to. So right now I'm going to be doing Son of Sparda, then I'm going to be Dante Must Die, then Heaven and Hell, or Hell to Heaven. So I'll be doing all of those, but definitely, if you have not gotten this game, have not played it, definitely play it. I recommend it. Like I said, it's a 10 out of 10. If you have played the game, definitely let me know what you thought about it in the comments. Definitely drop a like on the video if you liked the video. If you didn't, hit the dislike button, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. It helps out a lot. And definitely follow the other social media sites that you see below. And like I said, I'm going to be posting my playthrough of Devil May Cry 5 Son of Sparda on YouTube, so be on the lookout for that, and make sure you hit that subscribe button, like I said, and turn the notifications on so you know. It's been Sly Cannon, AfroNerdTV. Peace.